this is one of the most cringeworthy movies I've ever watched. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about the new Netflix movie, Interceptor. And I'm going to spoil some things about it because it's not a good movie. It's really, really bad. Watching the trailer, it reminded me of like Deepwater Horizon meets Olympus Has Fallen. Deepwater Horizon because it takes place on a rig. Olympus Has Fallen because this particular person has to stop some nuke from being fired, and it all takes place in this one location. It's a time-focused movie. Like, time is mentioned so much in terms of like, this thing is going to happen in 15 minutes. This thing's going to happen in 12 minutes. This thing's going to happen in 30 minutes. We hear it often. We get a big intro about how long it takes for a nuke shooting from Russia to hit the United States. And there's these interceptors. There's like 2 locations in the United States where it can intercept these missiles. So the first location is being attacked. And then the star of the movie, Captain JJ, she returns to the rig, whatever the name of it is. And she's there. She doesn't want to be there. You can tell something's wrong. She's upset about being there, but people respect her. Like, she's greeted by this young lady, and they like, oh, we're so happy for what you did, for women. And you don't know what that means yet. And here comes the spoiler part. JJ has been assigned to this particular rig because she decided to speak up. She was moving up the ranks, and all these generals and people in charge were trying to sleep with her so she can move up. And she said something, and a lot of the people in the military just didn't like her. They started calling her different names. They bashed her apartment, wrote whore and traitor, and they wanted her to leave the military and stuff like that. So she got in trouble, essentially, and got sent to this rig. And it doesn't, like, that part doesn't matter because it doesn't come back up. It could have been something where she was leading some people and maybe somebody died, and that's why she got sent there. It was nothing like that. The movie, the best part of the movie, it starts fairly quickly. Like 10 minutes in, stuff starts happening. It's only an hour and a half. Again, time is important in this particular movie. But there's no people in the movie. Like, Olympus Has Fallen, you had the guy trying to get to the bunker to save the president. He had to go through a bunch of people, kill a bunch of people. And here, there's a command center, and there's outside the command center. That's basically it. That's the location of the movie. The command center and the 2 doors outside. And the bad guys get in there pretty fast to stop the interceptor. The action is boring. And the dialogue, this is some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard in a movie. Like, the people were saying the words, and I was like, nobody wrote this. It can't be. It was so bad. It doesn't look terrible in terms of, like, whatever CGI stuff they use. It doesn't look like a cheap movie, but the dialogue is so bad. It's very bad. She's stuck in this room. Like I said, everybody dies so quickly, so it's not even conversations that she's having with like a group of people to trust her, like, oh, we don't want to work with you because you did this, and this. It's her and some other guy who's not confident in his actual combat ability. So it goes really fast in terms of the bad guys taking over the room. Somehow she's getting the room back, and the dialogue between her and the main bad guy is horrible. Honestly, it's a movie you can skip. You can definitely skip it. You don't want to watch this because there's nothing of value. The things they're talking about, you're like, okay, this is not important. Okay, why? Like, the description of the movie makes it seem like we know a lot about this particular woman, but we don't. We know she's decorated, but we don't know she has these skills. She kills a couple of people, but it's just a bad movie overall. I was so bored. I was watching. I was like, why are they doing this? Why is the ending so dramatic? Because again, time is of essence, and she has to stop something. And, we've seen this before in a movie where it's like 10, 9, 8. She does the most dramatic thing ever. Matter of fact, skip to the end of the movie. It's bonkers what she does to rescue this rig, because the rig is going down. And the thing she does at the end, it's like, no, not even in this movie. No, it's absolutely not true. But those are just my thoughts on Interceptor, Netflix movie. If you've seen it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.